Hi. This is essentially on the subject for a third time of TFL, true forced loneliness. I've been hesitating to do this for a long while now because I felt that before, in the original video, certainly that I did, that that was enough, you know. I said what I really needed to say about it, and the response I've had from it since, and all the views it's had has astonished me even now. So it was well worth doing. Second one I did was all about the physical side of it, touch, which hasn't had as many views, but I feel it was still worth doing. And there wasn't really much else to say about it except for one thing, which is basically how I've survived it. Not too well before. In the other videos I've said that it was very difficult for a long time. I was at war with being on my own, did not like it. I've always been on my own, and there's no really great family members either that I could lean on or that I could speak to. I don't really get on with any of them, to be honest. Although one or two possibly, but I'm not even sure about them. Someone in London who I am related to, but yeah, I can't even be sure about that really. But yeah, he's married. He's my half brother. He's married to a lovely northern lady, northern lass. Never met her. But I've seen him twice in my life. But yeah, it's one of those things which I have questioned a lot, did question before. But yeah, I was at war with being on my own for the longest time, and it was not good. It was very difficult. It was a real struggle. And only lately, after doing this therapy course program that I was on, it helped me a lot, and it was there where I ceased to be at war with my rather lonely existence, you know. But the point of this is how I've survived it. Granted, again, before I didn't, but then after the therapy I learned how to, and a lot of it I was doing then as well. One way I've survived it, or tried to survive it, certainly how I do more now, is through my writing. I write love stories. I am a published author, which I'm possibly the thing that I'm most proudest of. Alright, I haven't sold thousands or millions yet, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm a published author, and that can never be taken away from me. If I'd have been with someone, would I have been able to indulge in that as much as I have been able to? Possibly the answer is no. Maybe I wouldn't have done, because a partner would have required a lot of commitment, you know. And I have to say that my writing has been important from when I started doing it, about age 12 or so. So maybe that's partly the reason why I've been on my own. So yeah, writing has been a major survival tool. Stopped me from going crazy, basically. Didn't mean that I didn't want to see anyone or date anyone, you know. Would have rather have had something at that time, but just didn't work out that way. So it was writing, create, do something, you know, just write something, and it was great, you know, written tons of stuff. The other thing that I do is travel a little bit. I find that also helps. I'm going away hopefully next week to going up to Scotland, up to Glasgow. Love Glasgow. I love the north, you know. And like I say, if I had my way, if I could, I would live up there, you know. Of course, all depends on, you know, it's all about money. But it would be great if, yeah, to have I thought about meeting someone up there? Of course I have, you know. It's like when I'm up there, my radar is constantly, you know, will I find someone up here? Could it happen? Who knows? But going up there, I just love going up there anyway. So if it happens, it's a bonus kind of thing, you know. But yeah, you know, I've been there and about. I've been to Ireland. I've been to Glasgow a few times lately, including this year. I went in June. So a completely different time of year to go. But yeah, I do find that travel does help. I don't extensively travel, not at all. I mean, I've not ever been to Europe, anywhere like that. Been to America a couple of times, but nothing really. I don't think was going to happen there. Maybe. Love to meet an American woman. That would be great. But you know, hey, I'm not fussy or anything. You know, to me, anyone nice would be great. You know, if it were to happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm not so at war with it anymore because it doesn't do you any good at the end of the day. But yeah, being at peace with it is it's settled me a lot, you know, and it's really eased it, you know, really eased my spiritual internal battle kind of thing, which is good. So that's helped me survive recently anyway. But yeah, writing basically and travel is certainly now how I have survived the TFL existence, if you like. And if this helps anyone else with their, you know, if they're in a similar situation, that's great. But you can deal with it. If you've got something to escape into, or you've got something you can do to ease it somewhat, then do it, you know. And I've also joined a walking group earlier this year. Joined in March, and proud to say that I think I'm the only member of this walking group. It starts locally from this Mary Higgins Trust base. It's in Bedford. Yeah, it starts locally, and it has a few volunteer walking group leaders. I'm apparently one of the only ones, if not the only one, who's been on this walk every week since I started doing it back in March. I did about 24 walks on the trot, and I'm proud of that commitment, you know, really am. And on one of the walks, one of the walking group leaders, when we were talking, said to me, you know, I've been on this many, you know, this is 21st, 22nd one, whatever. He says, well, that's really great. He said, I'm really chuffed about that. It shows that you know, our efforts to do these walks are worth it, you know. So that made me feel even more proud, you know, and happy that I was that I'd committed to it for, you know, for so long. The only time I didn't go was in June. But I was up in Scotland, so I couldn't. But yeah, I'm not going on it tomorrow. There is one more tomorrow, but I'm calling it quits for this year, and I'll begin it again hopefully in the new year, because you know I've done about 24, 25 on the trot, so I think I've put my commitment in there, you know. But yeah, that's been pretty decent as well. So a few things have helped. And there's other things I can possibly do or join or whatever. Maybe join a pool league or do another walking group maybe or whatever. So the other thing, of course, that's helped me survive has been great friends. I've got a small circle of great friends who have really helped me through it. That is really the thing that does help, you know. A lonely existence is when, you know, you've got no romantic partner to fulfill you spiritually, kind of thing, you know, or physically as well, or whatever. But the next best thing is having good friends around you. That's also been another survival tool, I suppose I must say. Let me just remember that now, but the point is I have. But yeah, so I've got a small circle of friends. I've got 3 or 4 great friends. I've got another one who is in California. I've never met her in person, but we met through this great show that was on in the 80s, and she mailed me just yesterday, and we're still in touch now, which is great. So she makes me feel, you know, really fulfilled as well. So great friends also can help you survive it, and that's a major important point. So yeah, the TFL existence, it's very difficult, but it can be overcome, and there are ways to overcome it. So I'm going to make this positive and say, you know, to anyone out there who is also in this same situation, there is a way to do, not beat it, but to ease it. So to survive it, yeah. For me, it's been great friends, writing, and possibly travelling too, and a few other little hobbies, and the movies as well. Although, you know, not so much really that. I mean, that's just a hobby which I love. But yeah, the other things certainly, they have helped to ease it, and it's a very good way to survive it. Certainly now. I certainly didn't survive it before, but then, well, that was then. So this is now. So yeah, it's been difficult, but yeah, you can do something about it. So thanks very much. That's all from me for now. Bye.